This episode contains violence. I am in mortal peril. Use your discretion, for I know you love me, and might fain to consider a knife pointed at my lapis lazuli eye. From 1603 and Tudor Time Machine, this is Episode 5 of Out Brief Candle, an investigation into a murder at William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. I'm Jessica.
I'm Gage, and we are Tudor Time Machine. Don't miss any of Philadelphia's adventures. Subscribe to our Tudor Time Machine channel on YouTube or listen on your favorite podcast streaming site. We are on all of them, and we'd love to have you.
The backdrop to our story. It's 1603, and the London theatre scene is in a frenzy because King James has declared he will patronize one playing company.
Philadelphia wants to keep her affair with superstar Richard Burbage under wraps. But while she was tangling the linen with Burbage at the Globe, actor Robert Pavey was murdered. Philadelphia tried to get back to court, but the Globe was quarantined and she was stopped by the terrible warning of the plague doctor.
Trapped at the theater, our valiant time traveler goes undercover. She discovered the actors Armin and Sly were smugglers and that Pavey was blackmailing them. Yet there are other suspects. The young acting apprentice John Rice, who was desperate to play Pavey's roles.
Maybe Winifred Burbage did it. She wants her husband Richard to get all the king's attention as the finest actor in London.
Could it be William Shakespeare himself is the murderer? Was Pavey such a terrible actor that Shakespeare killed him to stop him from tanking his new play, Twelfth Night?
Shakespeare claims he has an alibi, and our time-traveling Philadelphia Carey is checking it out.
Oh, my Ningles, Jessica and Gage, I am here, I am. Disguised as Master Constable Blatt, I shall solve the murder of Out Brief Candle.
And your maid Jane will help you too, disguised as Constable Scrawl.
Of whom do you speak?
Jane, who has been with you this entire time, who drew the picture of Pavey's dead body for reference, who noticed a wound in Pavey's skull, who saw the brand on his thumb, who dressed up as another constable and broke up a fist fight between Shakespeare and John Hemmings?
Jane is a maid, not a titan. How you do embellish and rant. I bear affection for the chit, as one might for a loyal pooch. I do not need her, except I meant to arrange my hair, but she needs more.
A loyal pooch, Philadelphia? Even as we speak, Jane is guarding Hemmings and Shakespeare at the hut.
Exactly. That is a perfect employment for a pooch. Oh, hey-ho, Jane is guarding an actor and a playwright. Hardly Achilles and Hector. Oh, how frightening. Shakespeare might bore her to death with his sonnets, and Hemmings might smother her with his speechifying. Oh, what danger! What danger!
Philadelphia.
Whilst I risk life and limb stumbling through the dark corridors of this fearsome theatre. Oh, Jane, will she survive the heart? Perilous, oh, perilous.
I can't even listen to this. You were going to find the singer, Tatania, to clear Shakespeare.
Right. Shakespeare says he was with her at the time of the murder.
Did she confirm his alibi?
Alack, do not rush a raconteur comme moi. This singer is a slippery creature. I have the scent, but have not ferreted out my prey.
She's not your prey. You just need to talk to her, not capture her.
Oh, how you crush a metaphor. Avaunt, to speak plain. I have little experience with common women, especially one who wears a scanty costume and warbles for coin. How can I understand the commoner?
Have you noticed Jessica and I are commoners?
Oh, I have. Look at your strange pantaloons. And no doubt you can dance a jig?
Dancing a jig is not something all commoners are good at. It's a skill. Actually, a very challenging skill.
True, I don't even know the steps of a jig. Pitikins, I thought all commoners could do the jig. Nevertheless, You must understand the habits of a low-born entertainer better than I, a lady of the court, who has never thought to croon and throw myself about willy-nilly. Where do you think this Tatania would ensconce herself?
Philadelphia, you have to do legwork. You're Master Constable Blatt. Go around and ask people at the theater.
Do you take me for a simpleton? I have done this work of the leg of which you speak. I, a lady, spoke to a rotten-toothed piglet who was sweeping the wings of the stage. He was the stupidest navvy I've ever met, and dirty too. Ah, horrors, did the Wyatt lad never wipe his boots? I opened my mouth and inhaled so as not to catch a waft of the fellow. I wanted to flee, but I reminded myself that it was I who must solve the murder. This was the person to deal with, and I would deal with him. Did I not do well to suffer the smelly sot?
Your kingdom for a nosegay, right, Philadelphia?
Oh, yes, a nosegay would have been such a delight. Instead, I had to stand well away, so that the wind of his breath would not enter my nostrils.
Sirrah, lead me to Tatania the singer,
I ordered as Master Constable Blatt. The dolt looked blank and stared and stammered.
I am Twig, the sweeper. I do sweep.
I would have none of that,
Sirrah,
I said.
how many singers are there that you do not know who I ask for?
I thought him a fool, but then he demanded coin for his information. So unfair. He should have given me a coin for the trial of standing near him. So did you pay him? I am a gentlewoman. I do not walk about with coin. I had no choice but to challenge this twig to a duel. What?
Did you draw your sword?
I do not have a sword.
It's not part of your costume as a constable?
Of course not. Only gentlemen can carry swords. A constable is no gentleman. The fellow used his wee power of mind, realized I was unarmed, and the lout did grab at me, and I dodged his filthy hands. On the sudden, his mind did wander, and he turned away from me.
Was he ill?
Drunk. And so I thought to myself, I could come upon him again. A rat sneaked across the floor. Disgusted, I stood fast. Oh, valiant me. Taking a broom, the greasy young dolt began waving it about. Another rat appeared, as if they thought the broom a prime place to nest. You devils! He swatted ferociously at the rats and bashed in their nasty pates.
That's a little gross.
Sirrah!
I called to him, and he did turn about.
Wise lad, I am here on official business.
He babbled.
Oh, I've done nothing, master. Oh, I am innocent. It was not I, 'twixt me, who left the pie out that the rats did eat. It was that ruffian Bob who was careless.
He blabbered on, but I did calm him.
I do not seek you out. I care not for foodstuffs, but for the singer Tatania.
His face did light as if the sun shone on his cheek.
Why did his face change so much?
He did say he would tell me of her whereabouts if I did compel her as a constable to marry him.
Oh, no. Did you agree to that?
No, that's ridiculous. Philadelphia would never agree to such a thing.
I didn't mean she would actually force a marriage, but Philadelphia needs the information.
Philadelphia, did you lie to get what you needed? Indeed. What care I for his dirty, broken heart? For he was almost in a swoon.
You ask after Tatania, who lives in the eaves. She who has the untamed flaxen locks, the perfect stature, the bell-like voice, and the flexibility of the ferret who can chew her own back toes.
The singer Tatania, I said.
Oh, that she was smee, like me.
The gross thing sighed.
Who can blame you for such a wish, sirrah? But it is beyond my jurisdiction. A man must have his say, or he is not a man. I see how you bested those vermin, and I warrant this is not the first time. I, Constable Blatt, will speak well of you to Tatania. Where must I go, Master Twig, to find her, so that I may push your suit?
And did he tell you?
He said,
There is a family of musicians at the top. among the eaves. You must go up the stairs. There. Let me get my broom. I will follow. I could not abide another moment with him. I said, I will speak well of you to Tatania. Urge your suit. But I must alone. Should you attend me now, she would be filled with fear by your presence, and that might addle her brain. This reasoning satisfied the lad. He resumed his sweeping and tunelessly sang, Now is the month of Maying, where merry lads are playing for law, each with his bonny lass, upon the greeny grass, fa la, fa la, fa la, fa la, fa la.
Philadelphia, no more. Did you find her?
Oh, I am in an Odyssean plight. And Odysseus had only the sirens, the sea monster, the Cyclops, Polyphemus, and the witch Circe standing between himself and his goal. I had the low-born underlings of a theatre company to contend with. No sooner had I escaped the smelly sphere of the sweeper swine than I came upon a scene of shouts and blows between two figures, a man and a crone. She saw me with her rheumy eyes and called, Constable, God's blood, help, help! This knavish sir has stolen my angel. It's my angel.
What is an angel?
A coin, my dear, a coin.
Is an angel a lot of money?
Oh, to moi a pittance. I know not to those born to scrape and scratch. The angel coin was introduced in 1465 and remained in production until 1642. That's very specific. It was made of gold and it had the angel Michael stamped on it. That's why it was called an angel. And I bet it was the most valuable coin that the older lady had ever seen. Older lady? She was a crone, I tell you. Jessica, you must tell the meaning of a crone. Philadelphia, I'm not being drawn into this.
What did the older gentlewoman have to say, Philadelphia?
She was no gentlewoman. She did slap and spit when she spake. But I aided her. I walked with my chest puffed as I drew near, and she did call, Oh, God has sent you, Sir Constable, aid me.
And what happened?
The drooly poppet spat. I did give him his coin for a debt owed, but he was a Judas. He did tell me he would give me change, and now he owes it. But the other fellow said, One such as you could not have such wealth. 'Tis you who are the thief.
Who is the other fellow?
I did know him as the player Condell.
Henry Condell? Of course, he was another one of the lead actors in the company. Would he have wanted to take over Pavy's role?
You think Condell might be a suspect?
Maybe. Philadelphia, did you settle the dispute? Figure out who robbed who?
Condell said, quite rightly, that such a one as the wrinkled bag could never have gained an angel coin by honest dealings.
Don't call her wrinkled bag. The lady has a name. What is it?
She is not a lady. I may as well call the two of you ladies. The crone is called Alice.
Where did Alice get the coin?
She did say Tatania gave it her to fix her garb. Her shift, her skirt, her collar, her glove. Indeed, I did darn, mend, and patch every bit of her clothes, this Alice insisted. Condell said that Tatania would also not have had the money for such a thing. Alice defended the singer, saying that Tatania had received the money from Robert Pavy.
Pavy? How's that?
I did say just the same thing. I said that Pavy was murdered. Condell looked grave, as if the news were known to him, but Alice did wail, I have not heard tell of this evil. Oh, I saw him only this morning. Yes, I stood near the boy Pavy, as close as the Virgin was to Christ when they pried him off the cross. And he was well, hale and hearty. Alack, alack, my sweetmeat dumpling lost. Mistress Tatania surely knew the murderer had struck, for she did look deathly pale and wan, but would not confide in me as her distress. My poppet Tatania does prepare to leave, for the sorrow of her beloved Pavy's murder does rack her bones, and she must flee. It is all clear to me now why she hurried and harried me, her old gossip, to sew and fix and mend her clothes, as if a great fire was upon us. She is to flee. Oh, I cannot stand the blow. This lament did tire Alice, and she fell upon the floor.
Oh, poor thing.
Poor thing! Oh, it was I, as Master Constable Blatt, who had to pull the odorous Alice up and slap her pock-marked face to revive her.
You slapped her?
How else to wake a fainted Olden? Avaunt, Condell said, Tatania will not escape. And he did run to find her, and sent the Alice sprawling again, and I did rush to pick her up from the dirty ground, but I did not want to become a mud pie as she was, so I came here to relate to you my story.
But you didn't go after Condell?
Why would I do such a thing? Because he was running to find Tatania, and you could have followed him and found her yourself. You do form a sensible sentence in my mind. Indeed, I have thought those thoughts myself. Condell is after Tatania. I should have followed his footsteps.
Maybe you still can. I don't know what the rules of time travel are.
Nor do I.
Can you return to a specific moment? Maybe you could go back to the minute he left you and Alice, and this time you could go after him.
Well, it might work. I think there's a calendar mechanism on your time machine, Philadelphia. Maybe there are hours and minutes on it as well as the year. It is so, mayhap 'tis possible.
But if you miss and see yourself somewhere, I think you cannot talk to the other version of yourself. At least that's what always happens in time travel stories.
The rules of time travel in movies and books are haphazard, so I think you should just give it a try, Philadelphia. And don't forget Jane. She's still watching over Shakespeare and Hemmings. Oh my, not Jane again.
Good luck, Philadelphia.
I do not need luck. My wit shall solve the mystery of Outbrief Candle. Friends, Tudorphiles, true crime amantes, adieu. I pray I may perform this feat of time travel daring unscathed. Listen in next time to Outbrief Candle, and subscribe on YouTube. Make Tudor Time Machine a huge presence on the web.
Outbrief Candle is a production of 1603 and Tudor Time Machine, and many thanks to barber surgeon Master Mark. You'll look fantastic in the Outbrief Candle swag. The link is on the YouTube channel, and you'll be Tudorific in the t-shirts. And thank you for joining us.